Suspicious person puts 2 Columbia schools on lockdown today. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Collin, Ruane.
And I'm Brittany, Pieper.
All right, that was Ebony Holman reporting live again. CPD says both schools lifted their lockdown after the subject was found and released. Moving on, Columbia police have responded to 3 reports of shots being fired within the last 3 days, all in the same area. This morning, there was a shots fired report at the 1600 block of Steamboat Lane off of Rock Quarry Road. KOMU-TV talked with police who said despite the report, they did not find any evidence of shots actually being fired on Monday. 2 other calls were made about shots fired in neighborhoods off Rock Quarry Road on Saturday. One resident near the area says despite the incidents, she's not worried. This is the second time in the last month police were called to the same block of Steamboat Lane. In the first incident, police arrested a man for assault. Fulton police confirm 2 shots fired just north of Westminster College this afternoon. Marys County Sheriff's deputies are looking for a man who led them on a high-speed chase earlier today. Deputies began chasing that man, 37-year-old Chad Cochran, after a report he had taken a woman against her will and was beating her. Deputies say Cochran slammed on his brakes, causing a deputy to rear-end his vehicle. The chase continued until Cochran pulled into a cornfield. He has been charged with domestic assault, sexual abuse, and resisting arrest. So far, he has not been found. In your state news, a Kansas City area police officer was kicked out of an Olive Garden, he says, for carrying his service weapon. Now the president of the chain is personally apologizing. An employee allegedly asked Officer Michael Holsworth, who was in full uniform, to leave since he had a gun with him. Holsworth was outraged and posted about the incident on Facebook yesterday. That post has since gone viral, and many people in the community are upset with how he was treated. Olive Garden sent out a tweet saying it was just a misunderstanding. South Carolina is in full recovery mode after the historic flooding that killed 19 people last week. The state's governor, Nikki Haley, says response teams are working fast to help find housing for displaced residents and to remove mounds of debris. Some 300 people are still occupying relief shelters across the state. Governor Haley also said FEMA has approved more than $13 million in disaster assistance. In your world news, today funerals were held across Turkey for victims of the deadliest bomb attack in Turkey's history. The Turkish government says the death toll has increased to at least 97 people as a result of Saturday's bombings in the Turkish capital. The Prime Minister says authorities are close to identifying one of 2 suicide bombers responsible for the attack. He says ISIS was the focus of the investigation. British police removed officers that were standing outside the Ecuadorian embassy in London waiting to arrest WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. He's been holed up in the embassy since June of 2012 to avoid extradition to Sweden, where he's wanted for questioning over sexual assault allegations. Authorities say the surveillance operation cost more than $17 million over the last 3 years.
Now here's a look at what we're following for KOMU-TV News at 6. Mixed martial arts is one of the fastest growing and most contact-heavy sports.
The story of one fighter's inspirational journey and how his experience is opening new doors for other athletes.
It's a Saturday as well.
It's that 38 that's catching my eye. I don't think I'm prepared.
I am not ready for that.
I know that you love this warm temperature, Brittany. I bet you loved this weekend then.
I did. I loved it. And the leaves are starting to get really
They are this week, especially because it's going to be dry and sunny. A lot of foliage changing.
We'll see you at 6.
Have a great night.